Hello, you are with me, the voice of ability owner for persons with disability. United Nations statistics estimate that over 600 million people live with disability globally, and over 400 million people live with disability in Africa. 40% of Africa's population are made up of people living with disability. 10 to 15% of school-age children in Africa live with disability. Ghana's population is over 32 million, and 8% are people living with disability. How does this impact on persons with disability in terms of policy formulation, marriage and family life, education, healthcare, employment, and so on? For those of us in the disability community, discrimination and stigmatization is the root cause of almost every challenge we face. However, success only comes to those who know how to overcome their challenges and not those who know how to avoid challenges. So join me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability, as I navigate my way through the riveting stories, the unbelievable experiences, and the life-transforming journeys of persons with disability on the Helping Hand TV show.
The world where my baby is coming from, she did not actually give them proper farewell. So they wanted to let her know that they are there. And that when she was coming to the world, the husband that she was married to did not give her permission to leave. So that is how come. Then I noticed that I'm at the wrong place.
We'll be right back.
God bless our homeland Ghana. It's happening here again on the soils of Ghana. The first ever, the best ever, the greatest ever, and the only prestigious award for persons with disability. It's the Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards. It's the 2026 edition of the prestigious Chill Awards. Right here in Ghana, West Africa. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is finally here. It is the official opening for the nominations for the 2026 edition of the prestigious Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, valid from 1st October to 31st of December 2025. Eligibility for the 2026 edition of the prestigious Chill Awards includes persons with disability or institutions of persons with disability who have made exceptional contributions and have demonstrated outstanding leadership in the disability community and national development in the following categories: 1. Education, 2. Entrepreneurship, and 3. Disability sports. To submit your nomination, kindly visit www.chillawards.com. Click on the nomination process button, complete the form with your details, and attach required supporting media and references. Then submit. Take your place in the noble race of change makers. It's the prestigious Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, Chill Awards 2026. For further enquiries, kindly contact the H4P organization on +233 209 555 777 or +233 596 313 338 or +233 277 552 208. Remember, it's the official opening for nominations for the 2026 edition of the prestigious Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards from 1st October to 31st December 2025. The prestigious Chill Awards 2026. Powered by the H4P organization. H4P, bringing dignity to disability. H4P, perfection is our passion.
Welcome back.
Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of the Helping Hand TV show, where we seek to throw the spotlight on the abilities of persons with disability. And like I say, you're welcome. Welcome to my world where disability is not inability. Special thanks to DV Unlimited Company Limited and FCC Fasty Chapel, my proud sponsors. And special thanks to you for tuning in to your favorite show on TV. It's a Helping Hand TV show. I'll go for a quick break. When I come back, I'll introduce you to the episode for today. Stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are with me, the voice of ability on air for persons with disability. And today I want to introduce you to someone with so much ability. Some people call her the greatest friend. Others call her the sweet companion. And others still call her the faithful worker. She is dependable, reliable, and adorable. And she's committed to lending you a helping hand anytime, anywhere. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome DV Cleaners.
DV Cleaners Alata Samana Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Aloe Vera Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Body Lotions, DV Cleaners Hair Shampoos, DV Cleaners Hair Conditioners, DV Cleaners Liquid Detergents, DV Cleaners Hand Wash, DV Cleaners Floor Cleaners, DV Cleaners Toilet Cleaners, DV Cleaners Cake Soaps, and now introducing DV Cleaners Hand Sanitizers. For bulk purchase, call us on +233 278 308 246 or +233 244 467 326. DV Cleaners, one of the top most made in Ghana products. DV Cleaners, proudly Ghanaian.
And so remember that anytime you purchase any of the DV Cleaners range of products, you are lending a helping hand to a person with disability, and you are supporting H4P organization's special advocacy for persons with disability. DV Cleaners.
Nature's finest touch.
Welcome back.
A documentary on Down syndrome, awareness, and the call for inclusion. Down syndrome, medically known as trisomy 21, is a genetic condition caused by the presence of an extra copy of chromosome 21. Globally, it occurs in about 1 in every 700 live births, with varying degrees of developmental and intellectual challenges. In Ghana, awareness about Down syndrome remains limited, and cultural misconceptions often intensify the challenges families face. Research shows that children with Down syndrome thrive when given early intervention, specialized education, and supportive environments. However, in low-resource settings, the negligence of health personnel, inadequate neonatal screening, and poor communication can lead to delayed diagnosis, missed interventions, and in some cases, worsening intellectual disabilities that could have been better managed with timely care. Every year, World Down Syndrome Day is marked on 21st March, and October is celebrated as Down Syndrome Awareness Month. It is in this view that the voice of ability on air for persons with disability, Bishop Dr. Charles Kofi Hackman, through the Helping Hand TV show, shares the story of Mavis Asantewa Opoku as he joins the world to celebrate this year's Down Syndrome Awareness Month under the global theme, Inclusion Means Action, Building Pathways for Education and Opportunity. Mavis Asantewa Opoku, a mental health officer, embodies the struggle, resilience, and advocacy that this year's theme calls for.
My name is Mavis Opoku Asantewa. I'm a mental health officer at the Accra Psychiatric Hospital. So aside my mental health, I do other works as well. I'm also a public health specialist, and I have a child living with Down syndrome. Down syndrome means that somebody has an extra chromosome than what is normal or what is usual. It is not a disease for you to treat. So God made it in such a way that when you meet a man, you have to produce 23 chromosomes. The man will have to produce 23 chromosomes. So your egg is containing 23, the sperm is containing 23. They fuse together to make 46 for every human being. But during the fusion of the egg, anything can go wrong. The reason why people are blaming aging is because as you are aging, the sperms and the eggs become weaker. So as they are fusing, anything can happen. But when you are younger, they are very active. But at the same time, no, some people carry this extra chromosome with them in the family. It's a family trait. No, not everybody, but some people have this. So as and when you are donating that 20, you have that extra chromosome already in it. So during this fertilization, that is where Down syndrome happens. Down syndrome does not happen after the child has been born or when the child has already been conceived. No. During that process, then when it's fused together 46, there has to be splitting. So during that, if anything goes wrong, the child can have an extra chromosome being 47 or 46. So before the child will come out, they come out with features. It's the features that will determine the Down syndrome. So you see, if you put 10 of them here, they all look alike. Yes, that tells you that this is Down syndrome. So you see that they have this slanted eyes like that. The bridge of the nose here becomes very flat with the nose smaller. The ears are quite smaller and it goes a little bit higher. Some of them have this puff cheeks, and the tongue are usually bigger than the normal tongue. So it causes the mouth to, be full. They have this shorter neck. But still at their legs, you can see the difference in their legs. So that the last but one has some raised up section. Then the severity depends on the palm. Some of them have these 3 lines in them. Those are very mild. But the severe ones has just 1 crease. Instead of the 3, it's just 1. It's just 1. So that determines. So if you see some have the 3 like that, it's okay. Then that's a mild one. But some have just 1 in it. Then that tells you that this is a Down syndrome.
With a background in general nursing and public health, she had every reason to expect a smooth pregnancy. She began antenatal care early at 3 months, followed every medical instruction, and entered motherhood confident in the knowledge that she had done everything right.
When I was actually growing up, all I'd wanted to do was a nurse. Initially, I'd wanted to be an air hostess. But my mom was like, no, nursing is a very noble profession. I don't know why my mother wanted a nurse. So she was trying to make me feel that nursing is the best option. So one day I was just in the room that there was some CNN news and she called me to come. See, a plane has hit the ground and the first people that died were the air hostess because they were standing. And that time I was a child, so I was like, really? And this is the only people who died in the plane, so all other people survived. So if not for the fact that she was standing, she could have survived. So I had to stop it and I was like, okay, then I've changed my mind. I want the nurse. So since like class 5, class 6 JSS, all I had wanted to do was to do nursing. My journey there, it has been, I won't say smooth because I got married quite earlier. So before I was completing nursing training, I was already married. After I finished writing my last part, I came home to come and deliver. So I delivered at Rich. So I was just on the delivery bed when they brought her. Madam, this is your baby, so that in case you don't say that we have sold her. Because Rich, a lot of people deliver at a time. So when you deliver, they show the baby to you so that you come and tell us that you sold the baby. Then they'll tag the baby for you. So they tag the baby and they show the baby to me. But during my pregnancy, there was no complication, there was no problem, nothing. I did antenatal because I'm in the hospital, so there's no need for me to go to antenatal at 7 months. I started earlier. By 3 months, I'll start antenatal anyway. 3 months quite even too far. So I went for my normal antenatal. But it was during the delivery that it was quite a prolonged delivery. Because the baby was not coming. They later noticed that there was a problem with the baby. That's why the baby is keeping long in there. So they have to call another midwife to come and help. But I delivered myself. No cesarean section, nothing. I delivered myself. So when the baby came out, the baby did not cry. So I had a midwife complaining that when soon, so they tried to find ways and means to make the baby cry. So you see them putting needles at the feet, but she still did not cry. And she looks softer than normal babies. Very soft. So they were like, oh, then from afar, she'll harden up. I was like, okay. So there's no bed. So since there's no problem with you, you'll be discharged. So I was discharged with my baby. But me myself, when I saw the child, I noticed that there was a problem. But because me to have just come back from the delivery room with so much pressure, I couldn't tell exactly what is wrong, but I knew there was a problem. So I took her home and I was asked to come back in, is it 2 days or 3 days time? So 3 days time, I was just heading to the hospital when a doctor met me. I was like, are you now going or you are coming? And I was like, no, I'm coming. And she asked me, when did I leave? I said 3 days ago. And she just got angry that they shouldn't have allowed me to take this baby home. This baby should have been at NICU. Because if you look at this child, she's not even able to breathe well. So she just got so angry and just took me to the ward. They admitted the baby. So they were like, there is a problem, there is a problem. So what is the problem? But I was, even though I had completed nursing school, but I can tell you for a fact, say, I couldn't even identify that this is a Down syndrome child. I knew there was a problem, but as to what exactly it is, I couldn't tell. So she was admitted into the ward. Then, so I usually ask questions. What is the problem? They said, oh, that's at that time. They said she cannot breathe. We did an X-ray. They said that she has some holes in her heart. Then we went to the eye. They said she has some large discs. In fact, they were even scaring me because there were so many things at the time. So we just have to be in the hospital till she's fine for us to bring us home. So when we were coming, I checked on the diagnosed and I saw that they've written Down syndrome with other medical conditions that one they're taking care of. I'm sure it was diagnosed even when she was delivered, but the midwife, the perception we have about this children, they decided not to say anything. So I took her home. Then me myself, I started finding out, even though I've been to nursing school, that's at that time, but I was wondering, this Down syndrome, when they teach you in school, they don't teach you the way it is when you come to also. So I have to start learning what the Down syndrome is, what is it about. So I started reading about it. Yeah, to help her. But I was attending regular hospital, visits to make sure she doesn't lack any medical care that she needs to. Having a child with Down syndrome is not easy. The reason why I say it's not easy is because if I compare those of us so let me put it in the residential areas, then I compared those of them in the other part. It is not easy at all. When I'm going to Korle Bu, I'll pick a trotro sometimes because from my house to Korle Bu is not that far. When you sit in the car, then everybody start looking at you. Someone who sit beside you and will just push a little. And you want to find out what is going on in their head. What is the problem? Is there anything wrong? Like, you now you cannot ask it to or you cannot explain. So you just keep quiet. The neck was just at the back like that. So at a point in time, I was finding it difficult to take her out. So I decided to go and buy my own car. So that at least when I'm going to work, she's just in there. But you ask yourself, so if you cannot afford the car, what happens? So people, then a friend will come to you, oh, these people, they said there's a spiritual herbalist that can help them to disappear. Initially, I wanted her to disappear because the way it was looking, in fact, there was too much pressure coming from everywhere. We took about 4 or 5 months before we did an out story. So because we want people to just stop talking. And they were talking so much. And the myth they were giving, where I live, we don't bath outside for you to say that I bathed in the night. Where I live, we don't eat certain things that you say that I ate something. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't, in fact, and I'm even a married woman. Oh, so they were making things difficult because it looks like they don't understand what I'm saying. This is what I went to the hospital and this is what I got. Which one is your problem on that one? Some people ask you, hey, into Ubano, over any day. But that shouldn't be the question you should ask me. So initially, I wasn't doing this explanation to anybody. But at a point in time when she needed to go to school, that is where the problem came in. You go to this international school or private school, let me put it in that way. They will say that, oh, please, we can't take care. There was one school who even picked my daughter. After 1 week, she called me that she cannot. Why? Because other mothers are retrieving their children from the school. So I really get pissed off because why will a mother withdraw the daughter from the school because of my daughter? She is not on the ground. She is not drooling. Even if she is, that is pure stigma. So I took her out of the school. I went to about 20 schools before I got to one particular school to pick her. And even that woman is because she had lived in the US and came to Ghana to, open the school. So she understands what it means by a child with disability. So she was the only person that picked my daughter. So she was there. She was there till she got to her own class, 3 class 4. But I relocated. So I have to relocate. Even though I relocated to Dansoman, the school was in Barry. But she was still dropping every morning to Barry. But I was looking at the stress in getting her up at dawn just to travel all the way to Barry. So I just decided to get the school closer. But even that, it wasn't easy. I have to call education service that the schools are refusing. And they are telling me because they are private schools, they do what they want to do. But there was no government school closer to me too. So what do I do with my daughter? But at long last, we've gotten a school.
We'll be right back.
Success is a product of hard and wise work. Here's 60-second success with the Bishop. Stay tuned.
Welcome to 6-Second Success with the Bishop, where I give you success nuggets for a successful life. If you really want to succeed, you must understand the components of success. Success has many components: courage, patience, determination, kindness, love, and many more. But in my opinion, the most important component of success is failure. Most people think that the opposite of success is failure. I don't think so. However, the hard truth is that failure is an integral part of success. Real success is when you move from one failure to another until you learn how to do things differently and better. If you encounter failure in any part of your life and you don't give up, but you press on, that failure becomes an asset that teaches you a valuable lesson on how to do better. To be successful, you must not be afraid to fail, because failure is not the opposite of success, but failure is part of success. It has taken 60 seconds for me to give you this success tip, but it will take more than 60 seconds for you to put it to work in your life. So start your journey to success now.
Welcome back.
For Mavis, the news was devastating. Though she had encountered Down syndrome in her studies, living it was different. The reality was compounded by stigma. In her search for answers, she was even taken to a spiritualist who chillingly suggested that the child should be drowned in the sea to return her to where she came from.
So one day I was there when the sister came to me that she knows a place. The person is a herbalist. So when we go, let's get there. When we get there, things will be sorted out. So I didn't even tell my husband what the issue. I just wake up one morning, packed the baby, took my shoes and my bag, and I just took off. This person was there doing his own things, throwing shillings on the floor, counting. As I was like, hey, what kind of herbal medicine is this? Anyway, all I need is solution. Then he started. The world where my baby is coming from, she did not actually give them proper farewell. So they wanted to let her know that they today are there. And that when she was coming to the world, the husband that she was married to there did not give her permission to leave. So that is how come. Then I noticed that I'm at the wrong place. But since you are there, you keep quiet and sit down. But I'm telling you for a fact, it's because I am quite educated. Some people will still believe what the man is saying. If he had said any other thing, I would have taken it. But in the direction he went through. So we will have to call the husband from the other world and plead with him to let the wife go. And I said, okay, no problem. So they should call the husband. Then they started doing check in the room, moving around. So I was like, hey, this herbal medicine, they're to be very powerful. So this check thing, they said the husband has come. So I talked to that. No, so me, I'm not seeing the husband. So since they are the intermediaries, they should please communicate with the husband for them that I beg them. They should release the wife for me since she's already in the world so that I can have her. They were speaking in another language. Today that I'm saying that it looks funny. But as at that time, it was a serious issue. So they were talking, choko. What are they saying? They said, no, they will not release their wife. So I have to return the wife back to them. Now I'm saying, okay, so what do we do? Now that she is here, I'll say, okay, today at 12 midnight, I wish here now. I wish. I wish here. So at 12 midnight, there is a river at, I think the Olebu, where they catch the tilapia. So they will take her there at 12 midnight. When I'm coming, I should come with 12 white eggs, 12 brown eggs, 1 peacock. Hey, that is the mention. Then total money of, so that time, no, 1,000 Ghana cedis, that's 10 million cedis. So I was asking them, so if I don't get it, what happens? They said, no, I have to bring it in addition to the baby. Then we'll send it to the husband. So I didn't talk because that money you're requesting for, if I had that money, I wouldn't have thrown her away. I would have still taken care of her. So I went back to the house. They called. I told them that they should tell the husband that he shouldn't worry. I'll take the wife like that. Since he's refusing to release her, I'll take the wife like that. So since then, I noticed that then whatever they've been saying is not true. He could have said anything and I could have believed it. But for what he's saying, it doesn't make sense. Instead of me to be following that, I started reading more on Down syndrome. And my first posting was a psychiatric hospital. So one day I thought of, no, I delivered Rochelle in 2012 and my posting was in 2012, that same year. So I was wondering, could it be the reason why maybe my posting was in the psychiatric? Because I'm not a psychiatric nurse as at that time. I was a general nurse. And the psychiatric hospital do not accept general nurses. But that year, we were only 5 to be released to the psychiatric hospital because they were short of staff. So could it be that maybe you are here to see how to take care of your daughter? Maybe. So I just let it be and see how best I can take care of her in such a way that it will bring profit to me. So I read more, send. So I started contacting mothers who have this child. So I'll go online, I'll see a mother like that. Maybe you go to Facebook, you see a mother like that. So I started bringing mothers together so that we can share ideas. So one day I was in town walking when I met Serena. And I asked her, where is she going? She said she is coming back from school. And if you see where she goes to school and where she lives, I'm telling you, if I have to use like 1 year to monitor that route, because you definitely get messed up. But if she has been moving on this stretch on daily basis, then it is not that bad. So I followed her. I thought I want to take her to the house. We walked. Finally, we got to the house and the mother was like, has something happened? What happened? I said, oh no, I have a child with Down syndrome. So when I see them, I try to, put them so that at least we can have a whole unified, because in Ghana here, we have Association for Autism. We have cerebral palsy. We don't have any association for Down syndrome. So I thought, okay, then why don't we come together and have Down syndrome association? So the mothers were like, okay.
We'll be right back.
It's all because of you. It's all because of your grace that I'm still standing here right now. It's all because of you. It's all because of your love that I'm still standing. Could have missed my way. I could have fallen on the wayside. but you were always there to help me. I could have missed my way. I could have fallen on the wayside, but you always helped me. Lord, I'm amazed by how you showed me mercy. Chinekemo, thank you for your mercy. Lord, I'm amazed by how you showed me mercy. Chinekemo, thank you for your mercy. It's all because of you. It's all because of your grace that I'm still standing here right now. It's all because of you, Jesus. It's all because of your love that I'm still standing. Oh, I could have missed my way. I could have fallen on the wayside, but you're always there to help me. I could have missed my way. I could have fallen on the wayside, but you always help me. Lord, I'm amazed by how you showed me mercy. Chinekemo, thank you for your mercy. Lord, I'm amazed. I'm so amazed by your mercy. Chinekemo, thank you, Lord. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. Oh, Chinekemo, thank you for your mercy. Thank you for your mercy that I knew every morning. I'm so amazed by how you showed me. Chinekemo, for your mercy, for your thank you for your Thank you for your grace. Lord, I'm amazed by how you showed me favor. Daddy, thank you for your favor. Lord, I'm so amazed by how you showed me goodness.
Welcome back.
Mavis realized painfully that the disability her child faced was not just genetic, it was systemic, rooted in a society and system that excluded her. Yet, Mavis chose strength. She began to educate herself more deeply about Down syndrome, not only to support her daughter, but also to empower others. She eventually founded the Rob Foundation, an advocacy organization dedicated to supporting mothers raising children with Down syndrome.
Rochelle Brago Boache Foundation. That is my daughter's name. She's called Rochelle Brago Boache. But we made it Rub Foundation because it's too long to call Rochelle Bragubuache. So it is Rub Foundation. Yes, so that is how come it came. So our main target was to identify people living with Down syndrome in the country. So we're doing this operation 1000 2022. Identify 1000 of these children by the end of 2022. So that at least when we are going to fight for something, how many people are you? So we are like 20. 20 in the whole country. What do you want us to do for you? But if we're able to identify 1000 people, then that one, it makes sense. So we started with this national sensitization tours in the various regions. So as at that time, they had not done 16 regions. It was just 10 regions anyway. So we did Brong Ahafo, we did Volta, Greater Accra, Central, and the Eastern region, all in the name of to locate these children. Initially, we were just doing the outreach. We just come and talk to them, create the awareness. But still, people were not coming out. So what we do is that when we are going, we come with health screening. Children from 0 to 16 years. So that one, because they don't even have money to send their children to the hospitals, they all come out. So as and when we are doing the screening, then we are selecting. Some people have the children, but they don't know that is Down syndrome. They don't know that only no problem, but only madeko. So that is basically how we started finding these people. So when we see you, we register you, we know your location. Then if there are any special, sometimes we receive donations. So I know people that are in need of certain things. So when I receive the donation per who needs it, then we send it. What pains me is that always when there are interviews, they ask, what do you want government to do? What do you want government to do? We are not asking for too much. They are saying equality, but the equality is not working. We have to fight for Serena to write BC. And if you look at Serena, a child with intellectual disability, WAEC does not have any different way of letting them write the BC with the exception of adding extra time. So if WAEC could have set even a particular question for this particular child, because somebody with visual impairment is writing the same exams, but finding different ways of writing. But somebody with intellectual disability, if writes the same exams, even in a different mood, then equity did not take place. So we are praying that they could have assessed the child based on the intelligence of the child. So they are telling us that our children can never have BC Vita. Even though she has written the BC, but it all came out in F because she was given the same tax like any other person. And this is a person who has a disability, not just any disability. Somebody without legs, the brain is still functioning. Her brain is not functioning like any other child. So we're expecting that they will assess these children based on their ability. So we would have been happy if Serena would have written oral English or oral social studies. But that achievement will not get anywhere. So which means you should have money to take your daughter to the outside country, because we have people who live in the UK, in the US, Down syndrome, and they have diplomas, they have degrees, they are professors. What is the difference? Because the service is there. Even if the whole Ghana, we have just one school that can accredit a child with Down syndrome, it would have been better off than having them in divisions that they are not functioning. All we are saying is that the equality they are talking about, we don't want equality, we want equity. If you put all of us here and you are telling us that we are all the same, so we should all see, you are not being fair because you know I'm shorter. So you have to give me something bigger to stand on. So you're not looking for equality, we are looking for equity. Can you imagine the whole country, you don't have a child that has completed BSc or WASI or in the university who has Down syndrome? When we go for international meetings, you don't even know what to say. There is a problem. And we can't hope to achieve when those problems are not solved. The private schools are refusing to take them. And the government school is saying, meanwhile, education service, you granted every school the license to operate. And it is your responsibility to make sure that they are operating the way they are operating. We are stressing on inclusive education, no. So the only place you get inclusive education is the government school. But if you go and say it right now, they'll say that, hey, we have policy. They'll give you long policies. So please, there is more to be done than just wishing and hoping.
In Ghana, awareness about Down syndrome remains limited, and cultural misconceptions often intensify the challenges families face.
The basic one is the husband saying, it is not me. I don't want it. We don't have it in our families. I don't know if I can go and do law so that I'll be a magistrate or a judge. So that when I get a husband that neglects, because we have about 70 or 80% of our mothers that their husbands are refusing to take responsibility for those children. and I want to interview a man and find out what the problem is. It is not you, but whom? When you came, did you see Down syndrome children in my family? Or you came, my mother was a Down syndrome. So what is the problem? Is it that they don't understand? But if they don't understand, why should it be so? It's me and you that has a child. So what is it that you don't understand that you want me to understand? That is why you are running away. So the basic is, the father is saying that, I had one gentleman, he's a teacher, and the lady delivered at Rich, he's saying that we're on GU. And we were looking for money to pay for the lady's hospital bill. Also, he was in the house when I sent a lawyer to him to go and send him a letter. And then after that, I asked him to ask him for. But should that be the case? No. So the basic problem is that, and here in Ghana, when you deliver a child with special needs, you pay everything on your own, forgetting that they come with plenty medical conditions, but you are not giving any extra, nothing. So that is another one on its own. The exception of those of us that has mild ones. The severe ones, you can't leave her to anybody. You can't, even my daughter has at that time, I couldn't leave her to anybody or go anywhere. So imagine this mother who is at home taking care of the child, who is a special needs. I don't know how you want them to cope. My advice, now I won't stress much on stigma and illiteracy because there's a lot of education. Now people know that it's something we are born with. People have stopped thinking about the fact that it is spiritual, even though they still think about it. We have moved from that era. It is about how to help these children. They said garbage in, garbage out. So whatever you put in there is what you are getting. So if you want proper response, you put in proper inputs. So in Ghana here or in Africa here, when you give birth to a child, it's not you just the mother, it's the whole community. Let's help to train them. Don't assume that training them is a waste of time. Even though they have a kind of intellectual ability, but I'm telling you, as Serena's mama was saying, she can do something that a normal child will not do. My daughter, she's not afraid of anything. Things that a child will be afraid, she doesn't see the need to be afraid of it. So that's why when you go to the improved countries or advanced countries, they are the people they send to space because she doesn't know that she will die. And before just thinking of that, she'll go and come back. But you are thinking of when you step on it, you die. When you step on it, you die. That is how God created them. We have to all help. We have to all come in. Stakeholders, individuals. There's a lot of education to be done. We are doing our best. But we can't do it all. People should come in and help. If you can help us, not help us as in bringing money. There's this community you have identified 4 or 5 children. Please come in. Let's talk to the community. How best can we help them? There are teachers there. Can we create some sensitization for them? How to take care of them? How to take care of the parents? How to take care of this child? What do we do? People don't even know that there are medications for them. But they are. It's the information we just need to send across.
So this is why we do this show. To bring dignity to disability, to bring hope to those who are hopeless. So all those who contribute to H4P through our mobile money system, thank you so much for helping us do this job. God richly bless you. If you are not yet part of those who help H4P through the mobile money system, I think it's time for you to decide to be a help to the Helping Hand TV show.
You can also support H4P in bringing dignity to disability. Give today via our MTN mobile money on +233 596 313 338. The name is H4P. You can also send your donations via bank transfer. Fidelity Bank Ghana Limited, Rich Towers Branch, Accra, Ghana. Account name is H4P Helping Hand Project Fund. The account number is 20900 308 70805. You can also visit our website h4porganization.org for more information. Thank you and God richly bless you. H4P, bringing dignity to disability. H4P, perfection is our passion.
It's all because of you.